Hi everyone and welcome back to the Bods. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You join me today for another episode of Collection Reflection, and today we're going to be doing Harry Potter. So I've just been up in the Lego room kind of tidying up our backlog cupboard, and so I know for sure that all of my Harry Potter sets are now logged correctly on Brickset. So this should be better than the Elves one that we did. So I'm going to skip over a whole bunch of Harry Potter. So I'm going to do it year by year, I think, because it's a lot bigger than the Elves one. So there's 134 Harry Potter sets on Brickset. And I didn't realise that between 2011 and 2017, there were no sets. So that's quite a big gap in Harry Potter's history. And looking back at some of these earlier sets, they don't really appeal to me. I'm very much a second version Harry Potter girl. They seem a lot more fun. So these are very basic looking sets. So I'm just going to scoot completely over them and head straight to 2018. So it wasn't even 2017. And that's where my collection starts, essentially. So when it comes to Harry Potter sets, I go mainly for the buildings. I'm all about trying to put together that castle. That's what got me into the Harry Potter theme. It was those initial Hogwarts connecting buildings. I love things that are a collection where I can add them together and make something bigger. So that is literally where I started. You will notice though, I do have Aragog's Lair. That was a random Christmas present from Ian's parents. Not upset that I've got it, but I didn't purchase that myself. So you can kind of see it's not really in keeping with the ones that I buy. So I can't remember exactly the first one that I bought, but it was one of these. It was probably the Great Hall. I think actually at the time we bought two Great Halls as well because they were on offer in Argos. So I've got two Great Halls. I don't intend to build two. I think we just decided that there was nothing else we wanted at Argos at the time and just went with two of these, one to sell later on. I do have the train because I figured I'd need a train to go round whatever Hogwarts I managed to make. And I've built these two, or Ian built the train, but these ones are in my unbuilt collection. So the Quidditch match hasn't been built yet, and the Whomping Willow, because actually looking at that building, it's kind of boring looking. And I only really bought this one because it connects to the others. So the giant Hogwarts castle we do have and we have built, and that sits in our bedroom. That's the only piece of Lego in our bedroom, kind of. It's been allowed in. Partially there because we had nowhere else to put it. We did consider doing the rebrickable for the Hogwarts castle, which is a university build, but we wanted to keep it as is because Ian didn't want to pay for the instructions. We weren't entirely sure it was going to fit into the city anyway. And having it in our bedroom is quite good because it means I don't put stuff on top of my chest of drawers. I was always just dumping stuff on the top there and it would get cluttered. Now it's got this on it and it looks nice. So I kind of feel, even though it's Lego and it's in the bedroom, it's helped me declutter and be a bit more grown up and have a nice little display. So I'm pleased with that. I did panic buy it during the pandemic because I thought it was going to retire, and ridiculously, it hasn't retired still. So I could have waited for an offer for that. I did pay full price, and that is one of my regrets from panic buying in the pandemic. I have none of the others, and actually, I'm happy with what I have from 2018's. I do quite like the little carriage and the Thestrals. I do like the Thestrals, but for some reason, I'm not buying them. So there's obviously been a new one out this year, and I haven't put that on my wish list. So again, look, you can see the Patronum one, wasn't interested. It's just people and trees. Didn't care for the Horntail. I do have Hagrid's Hut. Again, it's a building. It's not part of the connecting ones, but I kind of felt like it would work in a display with them, so I got that one as well. Clock Tower. I always find the clock on the clock tower very annoying because there's two parts to it. I don't know if that's actually accurate. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Harry Potter fan, so I'm not 100% sure if that's how it's meant to look. But it just bugs me. I don't understand why you'd have a clock by a clock. The night bus, surprisingly, I've not built yet. But obviously, it being purple, I have to have it, despite the fact that it's not a building. And then Beauxbaton's carriage, I quite like the look of these horses, or Pegasuses, or Pegasi, whatever it is. But I don't have it, and it's quite expensive on the aftermarket, I believe. Harry Potter calendars, totally not my thing. I'm not really into the advent calendars, if I'm honest. We only get them for the girls because they quite enjoy building them, so that's their thing. So 2020, I don't buy any of the little packs, so the gift with purchases or the like student accessory sets. I do have the room of requirements because it obviously has the same connectors. So I was going all in, buying all of the things. I don't have the big, is it Grog? Oh, I can't remember what his name is. Oh, Group. Anyway, I don't have him. I do have the astronomy tower because it connects. And then I did branch out to the Attack on the Burrow and Privet Drive because I like them and they're buildings. You know, I'm all about the buildings. So I broke my rule of I'm just getting the castle with those. But I don't regret it. So I built the Burrow and I loved it. 4 Privet Drive is less amazing, but it still looks pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Hedwig doesn't conform to my regulations, but that again was another present from me as parents. And actually I really did enjoy it. I wish that it was the bigger owl, the Icons owl, because I love the look of that one better. But it was a set that I didn't have, and I felt they'd taken quite a risk buying me a Lego set, given how much Lego we do have. So I was very impressed that they managed to get one that I didn't have. I do have 2 of the Monster Book of Monsters, haven't built either of those. So that's just gift with purchases, obviously. And then Diagon Alley, I bought with VIP points the day it came out. I made a video like that week. That was one of the first videos on my channel, was the purple building from Diagon Alley. Obviously, I had to start with that. And I do really wish that wasn't that purple, that it was a dark purple, because I like a dark purple. But obviously, it is what it is based on the film and stuff. And I've only built 2 out of the 4 buildings from Diagon Alley. I keep saying I'll go back and build them, but there's so many Lego sets to build, and they're in the bottom of the cupboard, and I think the sticker sheets are in the box, but I'm not 100% sure, and I think maybe that is why I'm not going back, because I'm slightly worried I'll find I don't have something that I need to build it, and it will disappoint me. And also, they're quite big buildings, so where to put them in the city? The city feels a little crowded in places, so I'm putting it off a little bit. And I don't want to share the builds with Ian. So when it comes to the Harry Potter stuff, I don't really share. The only thing that I think he's been able to build is the Hogwarts Express, and then the one from this year that he specifically wanted, which we'll get to in a second. So that's top to 2020. So I have all of the buildings from all the way from 18 to 20, the ones that connect. So then in 2021, I was really quite disappointed when they changed it and started again. I was like, why are they doing that? I've already got the Great Hall. I don't want another one. So I did give in, and for a Harry Potter stream on London Calling, I think it was, I bought the Chamber of Secrets. And I can see how that can build a second castle pretty quickly, because they're smaller and they are releasing more smaller sets, so you can build it up sort of in a modular fashion. But they're a little bit disappointing because they're such skinny buildings. And I've done a video on like the 3 different Great Halls that we have, and which I find the best. And I'll link that up now so you can sort of have a look. But I'm still buying them all because they're buildings and they connect, and that's the thing that makes me want them. So it is frustrating that I've now got 2 different systems, and I'm pretty sure you can make them work together, but you'd have to like recolour the roofs on them because they're obviously different colours, and that just seems like a lot of effort. And I still have nowhere to display any of these sets, so I'm just building them and moving on. And in fact, I accidentally bought 2 of these ones because I didn't update it on Brickset, so that was a naughty thing for me. But I think they can have more than one bathroom in a castle, that's fine. So I've not built this one or this one. I did build Hogsmeade, which doesn't fit with the castle, but I liked the snowy theme to it, so I had to have that one to add to my winter village. These don't really count as buildings, but again, they're things that connect together to make a larger thing, and that apparently is the thing I like. So I bought all 4 of those. I'm still undecided on the giant big figs, and I need to decide soon because they're retiring this year. But I haven't bought those yet because I just don't know if I'll enjoy them, if I really want them on display or not. I liked the Mickey and Minnie buildable figs more, I think. I wanted those more than I want these. Forks, again, because I've now got all of the mechanical bird dragon things, I kind of feel like I need to get forks to complete that connection. But I feel like he's going to be very similar in build experience to Hedwig, and I've done that, so I don't need to do another. This is the only one from 2021 building wise that I haven't got. I thought I was missing the bathroom, but it was this one that I was missing and I should have got. I really, really, really want this set. You can see I marked it as I want, but I can't justify buying it because what would I do with it? I just really love those wings. Look at the wings on this owl. Look. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's a much better owl than the other Hedwig, but I have no reason to have it. I also kind of want it for this little stand here, but again, I have no reason to have it. So I'm being good and not buying that. This was a gift with purchase, and I'm sad that I didn't get it because, again, it's connecting. It kind of completes the connection, but I don't think there's anything in it specific to this, so I could just build this myself from parts, and I probably will do that if I ever do like a big build of the Hogwarts newer sets. Right, so moving on to this year, they obviously brought out 2 more books, had to have those. I haven't yet got the black one, and that is retiring, so I need to get that. I need to pick up the Hospital Wing and the Sirius's Rescue. Now, when Ian and I were talking about these the other day, I said, oh, there's one that I haven't got. And he's like, well, how would you tell which one it is? Because they all look the same. And he's kind of right, because I know I've built one and it's in front of me on the shelf. And trying to work out which one exactly it is, because it's the wrong way around. It's not all in one build. So I'm pretty sure it's this one, based on sort of that roof there and the fact that it's 3 levels. But it could be one of these 2. I think for sure it's this one though. But yeah, they are all so similar. There isn't really much from the actual main part of the build that gives it away. So if you're just looking at the back where all the arches are, it looks the same. I'm guessing the fact that this has got 2 clocks as well means that it must be something from actual Harry Potter land. And I probably should pay more attention to the films and things. But yeah, I would definitely like to get those 2 to complete my collection. I'm still torn on the Thestrals, just because it looks quite a cool thing to have. I feel like I might regret not buying the Thestrals at some point. But I still haven't put it on my want list, so... This was the dragon I was talking about, that Ian, that's his one Harry Potter set that he has specifically requested. This one, I don't know how I feel about this. I've got it, I haven't built it. It's a building, so therefore I wanted it. But it's just not enough of a building. It seems very much just 2 edges of a building. So I'm not sure. I'm very excited about the telephone box though. I don't know why. That reminds me of my childhood quite a lot. The Shrieking Shack, I don't know if I'd be disappointed of not getting this. It is a building, I like buildings, but this one, I just can't see where I'm going to put that. So that might not ever get bought. Grimmauld Place I love, because it looks like a modular, and it moves. And in our city we've motorised it, which I'll link up the instructions for how to do that as well, in case you haven't seen it. I do like my grand staircase. I don't know if I would have spent my own money on it or whether getting it free made it better. Ian's not a fan. He thinks there's too many stickers and it's not well done, but you know, he's not the Harry Potter collector, so it doesn't matter. This is quite a nice one for the fact that I don't care that I'm going to miss out on it. It's so expensive, way too large, and just not required, so it's fine. And like I said, I don't care about the advent calendars. So I don't know how to check how complete my collection is. I think all the sets that I really want, I've pretty much got. I think there's probably maybe 10 outstanding, and I'm still not 100% sure that I want this trunk. I know I've marked it as I want, but it just seems like an odd set. I don't know where I would be putting it. I would just be getting it to have more minifigs, and actually the minifigs aren't something I care about that much. I care more about the buildings. I guess maybe the purple sofa might make me want it, but yeah, I could probably live with missing out on that one as well. So I literally only want to get the things that complete collections, so the buildings, the books, and I think that would be me happy with my Harry Potter collection. So at some point we might do a Harry Potter part to our city, or another Harry Potter land type area somewhere else in the house. We've got extra space that we could do a display, and I'm certainly see as my kids get older that they might care more about the Harry Potter sets and therefore want them set up to play with. So I can see that in the future. For now, I'm building them, and then they're just sort of sat on shelves in our studio. I might even start putting them into boxes and taking them back up to the Lego room just to clear some space. But I'm still happy I have them, and I will not stop buying them because I like Harry Potter and I like things that slot together to make a bigger thing. So they've got me. I'm a captive audience, and I will keep throwing my money at Harry Potter as long as they keep creating more add-ons to the castles. I think I might be out if they do a third time though and go, right, let's just reboot it again. I think that's a step too far. So if they change it from the style they've got currently, I might have to draw the line. So let me know in the comments below whether you've got a big Harry Potter collection. What are the sort of parameters for your collecting? Do you collect literally everything? Or are you working to some rules like I am and sometimes going outside of those rules? That's okay. Rules are there to guide us, not control us. It's fine. Let me know if there's any surprises in my collection. And if you want to see other overviews of our collection, then I'll link up the collection reflection playlist. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later.